Welcome back to another One Piece Treasure Cruise free-to-play video. In this video I'm going through the complete Chaos difficulty for Opera. And of course it's free-to-play only, like I mentioned earlier. As you can see, I made a Coliseum Neptune team and brought up front captain Akainu V2 with me. And L is here for the paralyze removal versus Carrot. Sicilian if I need an attack boost. I was super lazy and mine isn't mixed or leveled at all. Now on this stage, just go ahead and make sure you kill the weapons. Because otherwise they're going to give you 15 turns of anti-healing debuff for each one that's alive. When you're stalling, just make sure you are proceeding to the next stage when your cooldowns are on 1 turn left, because on stage 4 Chopper is going to rewind our specials by 2 turns. Now, versus Chopper, he has around 2 million HP, preemptively binds any Psy character for 10 turns, and rewinds all specials by 2 turns. He attacks every turn for around 6000 damage. After turn 2, he will reduce the damage taken by 50% for 3 turns. After turn 4, he's going to blind us for 99 turns. And after turn 5, he's going to blow away our captain for 5 turns. So now just go ahead and make sure you hit your perfects. Now to Carrot herself. Carrot has around 1.75 million HP. She preemptively prevents any debuffs, paralyzes our crew for 5 turns, attacks every turn for around 6400 damage, and after turn 1 she's going to give us an increased damage taken debuff, and after turn 2 she gains a 10 hit combo barrier for 10 turns. After turn 3 she attacks for 27,000 damage. And if she's below 20%, she attacks for 13,500 damage as an extra attack. So now just use your NL. And because we use something she doesn't like, she interrupts us and shuffles the orbs. Use Akainu. And there comes the slot shuffle again. You can always go ahead and reset it if you need better orbs. This is fine with me, so I don't need to reset. Then just go ahead and attack. the killer. We don't even need to hit all perfects. We got plenty of damage to killer. If you have any questions about the team composition, aka replacement, just leave a comment below. If not, let's see you on the second round versus Bobin. Welcome back to round 2 versus Bobin. As you can see, I went ahead and made a TM Zoro Sanji free-to-play team with a Blackbeard. Now the first 2 stages are pretty much the same as round 1. Just make sure to get your specials ready for stage 4. The specials you need for stage 4 or you want to use there. Kinemon is here to give me guaranteed matching orbs on final stage. Rayleigh is here for the special rewind to counter that. Enel is here for the attack boost. Now while stalling, you can always go ahead and switch between Zoro and Sanji to get more recovery orbs if you need them or you wanna heal up. Now, on stage 4 we face Brûlé. Brûlé has above 2 million HP. She preemptively prevents any debuffs and also gains a foil perfect barrier for 4 turns. She attacks every 2 turns for 8100 damage. On turn 2, or after turn 2, she gains a damage reduction for 10 turns. After turn 3, she cuts our HP by 60%, and if we use Orb Manipulator, she binds 2 random characters for 5 turns. So what I'm going to do now is simply attack. Now the HP card comes through and she skips her attack. I'm going to switch back and forth between Zoro and Sanji. Now, versus Bobin himself. He preemptively debuffs us with an increased damage taken for 3 turns. Also silences our characters for 3 turns and gains a 28 combo barrier for 3 turns. He attacks every turn for around 6800 damage. After turn 1 he will give all block orbs. After turn 2 he's going to rewind all specials by 2 turns, and if he's below 50% he enrages for 3 turns. So now just use your reliefs. Make sure to switch back to Zorro and use his special. Just pretty much use all the specials here. As you can see, pretty easy fight versus Bobin with this team. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below, and see you on the last round versus Opera himself. Welcome back to the final round versus Opera. As you can see, I made a Raid V2 free-to-play team. Raid Barto is here because I need a heal on stage 4. Cavendish for the attack and all boost on stage 3 and 4. NL to give me a higher damage on the last stage, and also because of his color. Akainu for the color affinity boost and also his type. And Doflamingo V2 because I figured this would be the best approach for a free-to-play team. I tried several others. That didn't work. That included a double TM Cavendish, V2 Akainu, V2 Shanks, you can name it, I tried it. This is the first time I'm going to try this one. And in theory it should work. I'm hoping to get something around 3 or 4 million overkill damage. So Opera should be dead on the next turn then. Now while stalling, you have to make sure your TM Cavendish is ready for stage 3. And while doing so, you can either get matching orbs on your Psy units or battle matching orbs. You need those. Now I got battle matching orbs, which I'm totally fine with. I'll just go ahead and kill the giant and move to stage 3 versus Amande. Amande has 2.5 million HP. She preemptively would bind any quick unit we have on our crew for 50 turns. Also locks our orbs for 3 turns. She attacks every turn for around 9000 damage. After turn 1 she's going to enrage for 10 turns. After turn 2 she will poison us. The poison deals 4000 damage. If she's below 30% she will bind the middle and bottom row for 10 turns. And if she's below 20% she will reduce our attack. Now just use your Cavendish special here. And attack and end with your Psy units. It's not that bad if you don't manage to kill her, because now she's going to enrage and you don't trigger her below or threshold percent HP, so you can always use 2 turns, that's no problem. Now Cracker on stage 4, he has 5.4 million HP roughly. He preemptively prevents any debuffs. He boosts his defense to 500,000 for 10 turns. And after turn 3, he's going to give us all block orbs and cut our HP by 50%. The only thing you have to make sure or be aware of on this stage is your HP. He attacks every 2 turns for, I think, 8100 damage. So you should always keep an eye on your HP so you don't die to him. If you would, use your Bartolomeo and start fishing, or in general, if you're panicking, you can always go ahead and try and fish for some recovery orbs. But next important thing here is you need to be below 50% on the turn you're going to boost. Otherwise, the captain ability from Raid V2 Do Flamingo would be 1.5 to boost and not 3. He only boosts for 3 times if you're below 50%. So keep that in mind. And besides that, it's just stalling and waiting for Cavendish to be used again. You can try and get matching orbs on your non-strength units, because Raid V2 shuffles the non-matching orbs or randomizes those, and you could end up getting bad orbs. Now I'm going to use my Bato, heal back up again. You don't have to worry about the strength ones, because Akainu will give us matching orbs on himself and NL. Now I'm going to skip as long as I need to get below 50%. I'm not below 50%, so I'm waiting for another attack from Cracker. Okay, now we are going to start and burst. Start with your Cavendish special. Use the ship. You can use your Akainu then. And Raid Dofi. Should be a nice chunk of overkill damage. Now Opera has 10 million HP. What he's going to do, I'm talking about after I'm going to kill him. He does several things. Let's see how much we have. 7 million damage, that's super nice, and we should be able to kill him. And don't forget to use your NL here. I think I got lucky there on stage 4 with the badly matching orb on Bato. From what I got, if you don't have a badly matching orb, you may need to hit a grade, but it's kind of tricky with the ship, which makes perfects easier to hit. Nonetheless, let's talk a bit about Opera and what he would do. He has 10 million HP. Preemptively prevents any debuffs. He lowers the chain multiplier for 2 turns. He attacks every turn for 13,000 damage roughly. Every 3 turns he's going to change his color randomly, and while doing so he also cuts your HP by 30%. And if you use an orb boost or health cut, he heals back to full HP, changes his color to int, and also gain a 2-hit dex orb barrier. That's why I struggled with the other free-to-play teams. And this was kind of my last resort. I couldn't think of any other team that would be able to beat him on Chaos Coliseum difficulty.